So Ora Connect was born out of a report done back in 2016 by Te Tihi, whereby a lot of integrated family health centres were being established under what was then government policy. But Te Tihi came and spoke to the 4412 community and spoke to all the providers in that community and asked what it is that they wanted. They also spoke to many of the whānau in the community. And we all said, actually, we don't want another big building with bricks and mortar, with doctors and nurses. What we need is better connected up services. So the providers came together. We established the alliance called Ora Connect. And that alliance is made up of the community providers in the 4412 area, iwi. It has some non-Māori organisations. It has the likes of Oranga Tamariki, MSD, education. You have to have the decision makers who can make the decisions there and then at the table if you're to get any forward momentum going. As the tangata whenua, we made the decision that we would chair Ora Connect. For me, the most transformational part of Ora Connect is actually the agencies who've come together and are now finding ways within their own organisations to do things differently. People have always spoken negatively about our 4412 community, but actually people who grow up in the Highbury whānau community and the Awapuni community are staunchly proud of their communities, and actually they don't see it as a negative place to grow up. And for us, it's about uplifting our community in ways that they want to be uplifted.
So the League Day was an interesting concept. Basically started from a group of young people playing league socially on the park. A man in his whānau saw that happening and went and engaged. And yeah, okay, he's a youth worker anyway, and he saw that and thought, okay, let's try and get something going. So he chucked an idea out there, and as a collective, we put his idea in front of Ora Connect and thought, okay, let's see if we can empower this to happen from a community sense and basically a whānau-led initiative.
They came to the table, they asked if the agencies and Ora Connect would be interested, and of course we all were. No matter what agency or what organisation you were from, just put their hands up and said, how do we support you to get this going in the community? At the end of that hui, you had all the organisations that sit at Ora Connect saying, we can do this for you, we can do that for you, and we can make sure it's all coordinated. It's those small things that make collective impact such a game changer.
We were able to bring things like Kia Ora FM to get involved. Other organisations brought other resourcing to help fund prizes, volunteers. We then used the event to actually talk about who Ora Connect was, the work that we do. Some of the home organisations of Ora Connect had health promotion events or health promotion stalls there. We went and got sponsorship so that we could do things with the tamariki like bouncy castle and face painting. So it took a lot of pressure off them having to go out and find sponsorship, get financial support, get volunteers and all those kinds of things that are involved in organising a big event.
It's a prime example of amplifying a good and a want of what people wanted rather than trying to deal with a problem consistently. Something proactive and positive. And then we had the ability to weave through the promotion of different things. Like, I think at the time, it was Mental Health Week.
They were wanting to bring the community together and bring men together to talk about some of the issues that affect men in that community. It could be things like whānau harm, it could be things like violence in the community. So there's a bigger picture here. It's not just about, hey, let's turn up and have a league day and play against the community. It's more about, let's support this to get up and running because we know the outcomes from it are going to be really positive for that community. Unfortunately, our police team didn't do too well in it, you know. It was all about supporting the day and having a bit of fun at the same time. It was awesome. Collective impact is so important because it's such an awesome way to address really complex issues. And then when you see the statistics, especially Māori, involved in family harm, whether as perpetrators or victims, it really encourages you to do something that will have an impact. When you experience and see those things every day, it has a personal impact. And so as a Māori who works in the system, it's important for me to do everything that I can to make sure that we get the best out of it. If I don't try and do that every day, then what's the point? And I think that collective impact is one of the ways that actually we can make that happen. It's a change for generations.